pull Chappie aside and say, I really don't trust her. I don't think the corporation is. We're military. Wayland is not. They don't have good rep with us. We need to. I don't know what she's doing or where she's leading us.
Chaplin's going to look back and take a couple of steps away from Eckford.
Oh yeah, Eckford. I'm assuming that kind of Mason pulled you back, and Eckford's just walking forward.
Yes, I
yeah,
did. Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at Mason. Currently, Miss Eckford has the key that gets us where we need to be within here. She has offered us. She is requesting aid in collecting a stash of stimulants as well as all of her cash from within the base. And upon our assistance with doing that, she will provide us with a way off said base. She is also offering us all cushy corporate jobs should we wish to no longer enlist and go work for said corporation.
I trust her. There you go. That's it.
Captain's going to look around a little bit and lean a little closer to Mason. Say, Mason, I believe we have a good relationship. There is someone here I need to see. And then Toppin's is going to give a nod and turn and start walking back to Eckford.
Scratch my head, look back, and say, okay. That went as I expected. Let's move. Let's do it.
All right. You guys are all moving down this hallway. Eckford walks up to the door, can see the panel, and is going to get ready to run her access there. I want to make sure I'm on the right page in my book here so I know what I'm leading you guys to. Okay.
Nothing we need to be afraid of with that statement, right? Oh, hold on, I'm gonna flip to the right page.
Make sure I got it right.
I would say I give a shout right before they're keying in. Like, hey, do you guys know where a medical room is? We kind of used up a lot of supplies, and we need to make sure that we get some new gear. And I really need to use the restroom. That the chili is really getting to me. So I'm going to go with Zim and Hammer, and they're going to guard me while I run to the bathroom. But if you guys know where the medical is, we can also make a run there too to stock up.
Before sliding the card, Eckford kind of just like looks at you, Dante, and is like, "There's a state-of-the-art medical facility on sub-level 3. You'll get everything that you need there."
Oh, 3, yeah, 3, yeah. Of course, there's 3 sub-levels. Yeah, just awesome. We're gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, so who's going with you, Hammer and Zim?
Hammer and Zim.
Okay, yeah, so you go around down the hall and around the corner there, and you can just smell like smoke, and like things have just been burnt and like blown up throughout, like going through this area. And you're moving down here. Iona is up here with everybody else. Hammer is with you guys. You guys pass the operations facility, go down here, past these offices, and you make your way to the restroom there. Anything that you would talk to with Zim and Hammer, like away from the rest of the group, or just using the restroom?
I would kind of get in closer to Hammer and be like, we got to get to sub-level 3 and we'll get you those stimulants. And yeah. One second, and I just run inside.
Okay, you got it. You run inside. Eckford slides the key card with the rest of you up there, and the door of the main Apollo mainframe computer room opens. Inside, you can see a hexagonal-shaped room and screens all over the front seem to just display nothing but a static. There's dim light in the room, as almost as if like emergency lighting is on, standby lighting inside. You can see that there's basically, if you can imagine what computers were like before they could fit nicely on our desktops, the big room like computer style, it's a room like that. It's all just this massive computer that's going in. There's I thought I read, let me double check this really quick. I want to make sure I'm describing this right for you guys. It's in like 2 different sections, so I'm trying to make sure that I got it. Here it is. You enter and you can see there's several stations where somebody could sit and like control this computer. There's probably like 8 different stations. You see the back of what looks to be a woman sitting at one of the mainframe computers. You can just see like the chair, the back of her head, and she doesn't seem to like respond to the door opening. She just sits there like staring ahead at a screen that just displays static. Miss Eckford just kind of stops and looks with a kind of stunned expression on her face, but then looks towards you, Chaplain.
Chaplain's just sort of looking around the room. Just holds his hand up and just sort of looks up like he's listening to something for a couple of moments.
Okay.
And then after a moment just sort of goes and waits to see if the person acknowledges anything.
She doesn't. She just sits there. Do you approach?
Yep.
All right.
Careful.
As you approach, you see the reason why she did not respond. There is a jack sticking in her arm that is connecting her with a wire to the mainframe of the computer. Like she has hardwired herself to the Apollo mainframe. And she just has her eyes are just like open, this woman. And I can show you guys what she looks like. I'll give you guys a handout in Roll20. Here it is. No, that's Miss Eckford. Why am I giving you the wrong handout? Here we go. Edit. Show to players. That's what I want. Show to everyone. You guys see that on your screen?
Yep.
That's who you see. Chaplain, you recognize her immediately.
Chaplain's going to walk around, get right in front of her, and just stare into her vacant eyes.
Okay.
Give it a couple of moments, see if anything happens.
She doesn't... She's almost like staring through you.
Evan looks down and just says, I suppose we do this the hard way then. And reaches down and just pulls the plug.
Pulls the plug? Okay.
Yep.
So you yank the plug and all of a sudden like her eyes just start to blink rapidly. And she looks right at your face.
Good afternoon.
Huh. Good afternoon. I see you've made it.
Yes, not with difficulty from you. You certainly made things interesting.
Someone needed to help you survive. I thought it was my duty. So I took it upon myself. I see I did a good job. I shall be
Turn-
rewarded, I believe, for my merits.
Well, that is yet to be seen. We are here with someone who is aiding us to depart this place. And yet you are still sitting here with everything else that's gone on within the base.
When the EMP burst struck, I got trapped. Thank you for disconnecting me. She stands
Whoa.
out of her chair.
What's going on here? Well, a little explanation, Chappie.
Kaplan's going to sort of turn back to Mason and to Iona. If you remember during our short jaunt outside, in the vehicle there was an individual who ended up with a bolt through his chest. That was courtesy of, and Chaplain gestures towards this woman. Shall we say I was not driving at that point?
You're not always you.
Apparently someone has found a way to infiltrate my network, thus the removal of the plug and her connection to the Apollo mainframe seems to have severed that. And you watch as Chaplain just sort of leans back a little and just closes his eyes for a moment. And just lets silence fall for a moment.
Nice. The woman kind of just looks at you all and is glad you could all make it. Somebody had to just make sure that you arrived safely.
So Chappie's been your pawn all this time?
I wouldn't say it like that. I would say it more as if I was offering a helping hand.
Chaplain's going to sort of turn and look a little cockeyed at her. Look back at Mason. Mason, I suppose the best way to phrase it is at various points she was able to submerge my own physical responses. While cognitively I was still present, the physical reactions were being, the motor functions were controlled elsewhere.
Do we know this woman at all?
You would probably. She is the chief warrant officer, so she's basically above chaplain in rank. Here at Fort Nebraska, you guys would also. Yeah, I mean it's obvious that she's synthetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
At about this time, if
Well,
all
thank
Dante
you, I
would.
guess.
If all Dante was doing was using the restroom, then Dante, Zim, and Hammer would also arrive on scene as this is taking place.
Yeah, I would say I'd come out just sweating and just you can kind of see like vomit on some of my body armor and things of that nature. It's like, oh man, I'm really gonna need to find some ibuprofen or something down there. No more cooking for you. And just kind of sweating still. Just you can tell like I'm just sweating profusely.
Say that again, Sarah. We missed that.
Oh, I'm glad we weren't invited then to Chile. Kinda. I think it was still mean that you didn't invite us, but that's okay.
I'm just gonna rub my chest and just be like, "Oh, it would be the death of you."
What is Jill like? Where is her attention currently?
She's just kind of like standing there looking at all of the whole group as you guys are gathered. She's not really focusing any attention on other than you guys. Yeah.
Jocelyn's going to look down at her arm where the port was.
Uh-huh.
It's going to say, for my own security. And I'm going to take out the cutting torch and try to like stick the cutting torch into that port.
Into the port? Okay.
Try to damage the port on her arm.
Go ahead and make a close combat roll with your cutting torch.
Okay. Where's the attack? There it is. 2 successes.
2 successes. I think. Let me double check. I don't know. All right, she may not have armor. I'm gonna have to double check. I didn't have her character sheet pulled up. No armor. So no armor roll. Yeah, you basically torch the jack on her arm, and she, after torching it and melting a little, she pulls her arm away. She's like, "What are you doing? I can't believe you just did that."
Preventing you from jacking into my head again. I'm going to turn and look at Eckford and Mason. Shall we continue on our way?
We have to turn the power on?
Yeah, let's get the plant back up. Forget about that.
Oh, you want to get the power back on? Is that why you came here? Jael looks at you and speaks this, chaplain. Well, that's going to be a little complicated. See, right now everything is on sleep mode, standby. First thing that we would need to do is we'd need to restore power to the, or we'd have to get the reactor back online on sub-level 2. Afterwards, we'd have to reboot the Apollo mainframe to get power secured to this facility.
I would just go. You'd see. I would probably just turn like, can you guys please keep it down? Look, let's just go get the power on sub-level 2, and then we can head to sub-level 3, get to the medical facility so we can pick up what we need, and I can get some medication so I can get this heartburn and all this nastiness out of me.
Chaplain's going to be looking at Dante. Like, do I remember a period when Dante was away from all of us? Like, Chaplin's trying to think if there's a possibility where he's talking about heartburn, he's rubbing his chest.
Mm-hmm.
Chaplin's starting to wonder if he's got something moving around in there.
Okay, don't forget, Dante is female. Dante is a woman. So, you guys don't ever remember Dante not being with you? I mean, as far as you guys have known, hung out with Dante. I mean,
she like wandered off for an hour and then came back, or
never wandered off for an hour. I don't believe so.
No, it was just the last one into the room when everyone else was running in the combat scene.
Yeah.
Last person to run in. That's like the only time I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so as Chaplin sort of thinks that over and just shakes his head. Looks over at the JL.
Jael looks right at you and you look at her.
You will remain here to reboot the system once we restore the power.
I could do that. I could also guide this one and lead them to... Points at Dante. I could take her to sub-level 3 to the medical unit while you're taking care of the power.
Oh, that would be great. I just need some ibuprofen or something.
Ibuprofen 4047.
Lots and lots of ibuprofen.
Pepto Bismol. That's it. Pepto Bismol. I was trying to remember what the heartburn one was.
Yes,
Diarrhea.
yeah. That's it. Yes.
Call us. You can sponsor.
There you go.
Did you eat some of Hammer's chili? Here's Pepto Bismol.
How canon in the aliens universe?
I'm gonna find a Pepto shirt for next stream. I'm totally gonna do it.
Bright pink.
That's it.
Kaplan's going to look at the rest of the crew and Eckford. Well, if Jael is leading Hammer, Dante, and Zim to the medical facilities on level 3,
She looks and says, "Oh, do the other two also need medical treatment?" I was only referring to this one.
No, I just need and I just kind of turn the hammer and I just go, you just want me to get him?
Oh yeah. If she can get you there, yeah. Just
given what we have seen in this base so far, I do not believe it is wise for any of us to be separated solely by ourselves.
Yeah, then Hammer can come with me. Hammer knows what to look for. He knows what the bottle looks like.
Jael looks at Chaplin and points to the melted jack on her arm. Says, "Oh, how quickly you contradict yourself."
Sort of turns and looks at her. I see no contradiction. You are unable to jack into my brain.
Yeah. Flying solo now. Good luck to you.
Kaplan turns and looks at Mason, Iona, Eckford. I believe you need a word of the day calendar, as I do not feel solo. Then turns around, is going to takes the bolt gun, holds it down like a cane, and just turns back to Eckford. Shall we continue on our way to sub-level 2 and then on to what you need?
She looks at you and is like, "Yeah, let's get going." She seems to be like, she looks like she recognizes Jael and who Jael is, but maybe has not too much like experience. Like, she probably knows her, but doesn't seem like either way like what's happening right now really kind of affects her that much. And you guys are headed. What you guys are gonna do, if you look on your map, Jael and Eckford both lead you guys past over the right side of this map, past the war room area and down. And if you can see, there's at the very bottom, it says restricted direct to sub-level 3. This is the one Jael is going to go to take Dante, Zim, and Hammer, if I'm correct. They're all three going together. That's what you guys wanted to do?
Yeah, it was at least me and Hammer. It's up to you guys if Zim also comes along.
Yeah, what do you guys think Zim should do? Go or stay with the rest of the group? Or would Mason like to go instead and leave Zim with the other members? Totally you guys. We're splitting the party! Yay!
You're sitting here. Level 3 isn't on the map. I don't want to send Zim down there because Zim gonna die.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Chaplin's thinking is, I trust me. I don't know so much about Zim.
Call it, Chappie. I'll go or I'll stay. Either one. I'd rather keep Wayland with us, but
Rather keep the whole party together. I think it's silly that we split up there.
Chaplain's going to look at Eckford. Is there access from sublevel 3 directly to sublevel 2?
That's a good question.
I'm assuming you would know.
I am pretty sure there is. This is game mother talking. I am pretty sure there is. Let me double check the map down here.
I don't see anything jumping out on the map that I can see on sublevel 2. But at the same point, if we're...
Yeah, maybe you might. Yeah, you might be right. I don't think there's direct access from... but... if I'm not mistaken... maybe I'm wrong. I am wrong. You can't even use the ventilation system in the pipes to get down there, can you? I don't see any pipes that say they go down to sub-level 3. I see some that say sub-level 2.
So basically, to get Eckford what she wants, we'd have to come back to this point.
It's looking like that, yeah.
Okay, well, with that knowledge, then, yeah, I'm assuming Eckford would probably bring that up as well, then.
That's weird, yeah, there's only one... seems like one access down there, huh? According to these maps. Let me check something really fast. I'm gonna take the map off of Twitch. Don't want to give away my secrets.
Looks like we're all going to sub-level 3.
That's it. I don't think Eckford would let us wander to sub-level 2 if she knowed we have to come all the way back up to the 2nd floor and go all the way back down to 3.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he'd say, oh, if you're going down there, let's all go down there now. We'll get everything we need, then we'll just go hit sub-level 2 this way.
Okay, there is a elevator from level 2 on the level 3 map. So there's
level 2 or sub-level 2?
Oh, level 2. Yeah, that's where the direct comes down. There's a second elevator on it though too, which is weird.
That also says level 2?
It just has an elevator like symbol, but doesn't have like where it leads to. That's direct to level 2. Oh, wait. Oh. It's some kind of lift, but it says sub-level 3. Okay, I'm just going to assume that that's not. So I'm going to assume that that direct line from level 2 all the way down is the only access here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna rule it that way, so we're not just like sitting here like comparing maps the whole time.
I think if we change our plan, then we'll all go down.
Yeah. Oh, so you guys want to all go down?
Yeah. Well, Chaplain promised Eckford we never get our stuff out.
Yes.
All right. So you want to do all the way down to 3 first, and then worry about the power later? Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jael makes her way to that elevator and is going to run her card into that as well. Take us back to the map so you guys can see at home all this wonderful goodness. And starts to use her card to open the elevator. You can see that the elevator is big enough that you guys will all be able to cram. And it'll be tight, all of you at once, like cramming in here. But you can all get in there types in some numbers. And the elevator begins to slowly, because it's on like reserve power, it for some reason, these elevators are still working. This one is still working. And it just slowly starts to creep down. Like you can hear it just go, as this thing starts to make its way down to sub-level 3.
And you guys can smell me.
So, I'm going to move you guys to a new map.
Days like this, Chaplain is so glad he doesn't have a nose. Olfactory senses.
You know what? I goofed. Now that I got this back up here. So, seeing this, without power restored, this elevator will not work. So, even though you have access to open the door, there's not enough power to make this elevator go. So, double checking on my notes here, you guys would need to restore power in order to get down there with this elevator. And this elevator is the only unit that brings you down there, which is the reason why they would want you to restore the power first.
Gotcha.
Oh.
All right, well, let's go restore that power so we can go ahead and use that elevator. So that way we can get what we need down there and start moving on and get out of here.
Yeah. Jael kind of like walks by and is like, well, let's get a move on then, shall we? And looks at you, Chaplain.
Chaplain gives a nod and looks over at Eckford. Suppose we should get this done with if power has to be restored.
All right, I guess we're going to have to find a way down there. And you guys already used a ladder to go up, so you can use that same ladder to go down. To level 1 there. That ladder only goes up that you guys took. So, you have to find a way down. There's elevators, but they don't work.
And you said that ladder that we came up we can't open it to go back down?
It doesn't, it only goes up on the map. Like if you look on the map on the bottom floor where you guys used it to go up, it only says like up there. I don't think it goes down.
Right, but I mean, so we can take it back down from 2 to 1.
Yeah, from 2 to 1. But then it doesn't keep going down, you know what I mean? Then once you get down to that floor, you have to find another access point to get down to the lower floors. Or you could try to
Are these elevators?
Yeah, anything that has an up-down arrow, that's an elevator.
Okay.
So you're looking for anything that is like ladder access. It'll look like just like a marker of a ladder. Or
What's to the top right of Apollo maintenance? It says 2 sub-level 1.
You mean top right of Apollo mainframe?
Mainframe, yeah, sorry.
Well, those are the... that's the ducts, the air ducts.
And
So
that
you
just
could
says
use the ventilation system within Fort Nebraska to move around.
That seems scary.
That seems fast. We can go straight from 2 all the way to sub-level 1. Do you realize how fun that would be sliding down?
Okay, you sold me for sliding, not crawling through small spaces.
What else are you on besides chili?
What are the floors made out of?
Metal.
Do we just cut a hole in the floor?
I would say, given a military installation, the floors are going to be pretty thick in between.
Yeah.
That would take a couple hours with some heavy equipment.
What about checking the elevators to see if there are any that are not at their current floor that we can rappel down the pulleys?
Interesting.
Mm.
So does the sub-level 3 one rappel down?
Because when we opened that door, the elevator was there.
Oh, it was already there. Okay.
Yeah, the elevator is there. Like, you could get creative, like
cut open the top and then go out.
Yeah,
And
cut open the top.
This says sub-level 1, I think, right here.
Yeah, but it's an elevator.
SLV. Oh, that's the elevator. Sorry. I keep looking at the wrong stuff. Sorry.
I mean, I'm down for cutting a hole in the elevator and rappelling down to sub-level 3.
We need
The
power.
ladder.
If the doors are all sealed, we won't be able to open anything.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We do need the power for that stuff.
Ladder is over by the gantry, right? The ladder down is over by the gantry.
Ladder down by the gantry.
Yeah, center.
That is what that is that's kind of like a catwalk overlook. That's a loading place for the space elevator. Like that shape right there in the middle. That's where the space elevator would be if it were in its position. But for some reason, when you guys go to the look out to the if you guys do not see the elevator there. You just see the two poles that are like reaching up into the sky. So where you guys are, the elevator is lower than where you guys are.
Are there any parachutes in the armory?
That's not going to do. That's not
Actually,
Chevy, would your? I was going to ask, would the warrant officer in the mainframe, wouldn't she know how to get there? I mean, wouldn't she have access or know the map? Can we ask her?
Yeah, she would talk to you guys about that. And she would tell you the situation here is the lack of power and most of the elevators not being accessible. Now she does kind of chime in and say it is possible to use the elevator shafts to move about. That's a good plan, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the restricted elevator. We can also check the other shafts, pry open the doors, and see if there's a way that we can use those shafts to our advantage. We'll still have to be careful.
I'm all for that. Let's get moving.
Yep.
Come on, Hammer. Let's start cranking open some doors. Lead the way, guys.
Let's get it going.
Now, we're gonna start gesturing, knowing where we would know that about sub-level 1. So Chaplain's going to start leading everybody back down to that west lobby where we came in through.
Yeah.
To the elevator that he knows goes right down to sub-level 1.
Okay. Perfect. And yeah, you get to the door, and the door is closed to the elevator. Somebody would have to try to pry it open. Is there anybody that would like to attempt to do that?
Let me see what my...
I'm strong. I forget.
Let's see. Would that be a strength roll?
If you're using a tool of some sort, it'd be heavy machinery.
Which I don't think we...
I would assume that Chappie would have the best strength among all of us.
I've got a 4.
I got a 5.
6.
Ah. There we go.
But do we have I'm guessing there would be like scrap metal laying around that we could kind of pick something up and kind of use it as a crowbar.
Yeah, you could use something as like a makeshift crowbar. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, I would turn and look and just pick up a bar, and then be like, someone else get the other side, and I would just wedge it in one side, and then just wait for someone else to come over and start to wedge on the other side.
Okay, perfect. Here, let's do this. How about who has the better? It's Chaplain that has the better heavy machinery, right?
I'm a 3 on heavy machinery, 5 on strength.
2 with what's your strength though, Chaplain? 6. Okay, so let's do this. Have Chaplain roll it with a +3 modification. So 2 for the help and 1 for the extra crowbar.
Dante's leverage does it.
Oh, with the extra leverage, grinding, the elevator shaft opens. And it seems as if the elevator is not currently present on this level. You can just see the cables that lead down. So the elevator is on currently the next level. Or actually, no, it goes to level 2. So it's actually above. The elevator is above somewhere. So you see the cables and you can see that it leads down to sub-level, the next sub-level.
Look at the group. George, take his head down. It appears we can drop down from here.
All right, let's get moving.
Okay. So
Get him on.
the dog's trying to warn you.
I know, she just started.
Don't go in there. And you guys start to rappel down in this shaft. Do me a favor, Sarah. Can you go over on the side there and roll a d6 for me?
Sure.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
That show up 2.
Okay, got it. So you guys head into this elevator. I would like each of you who is deciding to rappel down to make a mobility roll for me, please.
Oh, it was nice knowing y'all.
Dante succeeds. Iona succeeds. I'm going to make one for Zim. Mobility. Mobility. Where is that? There it is. Uh-oh.
Can I donate a story point to Zim's success? Where he's not here this week?
Yes, you can. You can. That's right. Don't forget you guys have story points that you can use. So Zim, we did get one success with that story point. Thank you.
Let me wait and see how Zim does.
Oh, Hammer. Oh, Hammer.
I'm sorry, Hammer, you're on your own.
Nope, I'm donating the hammer.
Oh, you're donating the Hammer?
Absolutely. That's my boy.
Oh, Mason failed too.
I'm not donating to anybody. I'm going to use my own.
Oh, you're going to use your own? Okay, you use your own story point? You got it. So, Chaplain, did you want to use another story point on yourself?
I'll donate a story point to Chappie.
Oh, look at you guys.
You really want to? I was gonna say.
Yep.
I was gonna let Fate decide.
No, not fate.
Okay. Seems Iona is gonna save Chappie.
Yeah.
Iona, like it's like you guys sliding down. One person about slips off, and then another person kind of like grabs them as you're sliding down and kind of eases you guys down. One person, like Zim, lets go a little bit too early and starts to fall, and somebody catches Zim on the way down. A Chaplain, you just kind of like catch Zim. Thanks, chap. And it's just everybody's kind of working together to make sure everybody gets down safely. Oh, I forgot to make one for Jael. Jael's coming in. Eckford. That's not the sheet that I need. This one's the one I need. Let's make a mobility roll for Jael. Jael succeeds, no problem. And Eckford, mobility roll. Also succeeds, no problem. As they make their way down the shaft to sub-level 1. Let me see one thing very quickly. Okay, got it. All right, so you make your way down the sub-level. You guys would be in sub-level 1 now, and I will show you where that elevator leads you to... I think it'd be right here. You guys see where I'm shift pinging you on the map?
Okay, yeah.
So that's where I believe, since you guys came down the west side, that would be where it leads. Sub-level 1.
So is that where we would pop out?
Yeah, that's where you would pop out because whoa, wait, it does, for some reason that says to level 1 and sub-level 2, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a misprint. Because they both say sub-level 2. And neither, based on where they are in the map, I don't think either one of them should.
Yeah, because it only says to level 2 and sub-level 1 on the top above it. Unless we're looking at the wrong elevator, but I don't see any other elevators that would make sense for that to lead to.
Right, that's...
So there's only 4 elevators there, and they all say 1 and 2.
Level 1 and, yeah, something's not right there. Let's look at sub-level 2. There is an elevator down there that says to sub-level 1.
There are 2 of them that say to sub-level 1.
Yeah, so it's got to be one of those 2 elevator shafts.
Oh, okay, the way I'm reading it is... I'm going to say that we probably need to treat this one here that Dante put themselves on.
Yeah.
That's the one that doesn't go to sub-level 2, because if we look at sub-level 2...
And these two other elevators would be from sub-level 1 to sub-level 2, right?
Exactly.
Got it.
That's where my thinking is. I think this is just a misprint right here.
I think so. Yeah. That makes sense.
So the top 2 are going to be 1, and the bottom 2 are going to be 2.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So you can go out of this elevator shaft right here and work your way around, and you could use that other elevator shaft to basically take you down to sub-level 2. But Dante, when you get down there, that door is still shut. As you guys kind of like reach the bottom.
I'm guessing we would be able to see that it's still shut because of how dark it is. So I would probably toss my crowbar down there as well beforehand.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And you guys also have your like little lamps that you guys have on your shoulders, so you guys could ignite those to be able to see a little bit better too.
Perfect. And then I would say we just do the same thing again, where Chappie and I go ahead and just use the crowbar and just start to crank it again.
How many successes did you get on that last one with heavy machinery?
Oh, 3?
You had 3, so you could use one of your stunts to just do it again without rolling if you guys wanted to.
Yeah, let's just do it.
All right.
Yeah. Captain lets Dante take the lead. He seems to know right where to put that crowbar.
Okay. So Dante and Chaplin pull and yank, and you guys hear this thing grind as it comes to opening, and Dante just looks right up into the face of a xenomorph on the other side of the elevator shaft. And that's where we're going to end this episode of Destroyer of Worlds.